Hi everybody. I thought we would do another assembly today. So if you remember last time, I asked you a few trivia questions, and the answer to the trivia questions were numbers. The first one was, how many books are in the Bible? And I said it's an answer more than 20. It's actually 22 times 3. So that means the number of books in the Bible is 66. Did you get that right? That was a tricky one. The second question I had asked you, this was a number less than 20. How many disciples did Jesus have? And the answer was 24 divided by 2, which is 12. So well done if you got that one. And the other one. Now I have two more for you today. This one we talked about, I think, at the end of last year, so you might remember it. We did a song about it. We did several weeks on it. What do we call the prayer that Jesus taught to his disciples? See if you can remember that one. The prayer that Jesus taught his disciples. And the other one is the name of a person. I am one of Jacob's 12 sons, and I was his favorite son, and he gave me a special robe to wear. Who am I? What was the name of that person? See if you can think about those this week. Right. Now, I don't know about you, but during this time of staying at home and being at home, we've had some really good days, and we've had some days that were maybe not so good, and we've had some days that were really not very fun and not very enjoyable. And I would guess that maybe it's been the same for you, with some good days, some okay days, some days that were not great at all. And I thought maybe we would talk a little bit about that today. I've got another experiment you could try at home this week if your parents say you can. This is just a bag, just a Ziploc bag filled with water. Now, if we think about it, I've got a nice sharp pencil here. What's gonna happen if I put this pencil in this bag? What do you think? I've got a few pencils here, and I thought we could think about these as some of the things that maybe have gone wrong, that make our day not a very good day. For example, maybe our maths that we've been doing in school has been really tricky, and that's been causing us to get a bit frustrated. What do you think is going to happen if I put this frustrating math pencil through here? Should I try it? Okay, here we go. Might all go wrong. Oh, you were saved. Look at that. It's quite heavy. Let's try another one, see what happens again. Maybe you wanted to go out and play with your friends, but your mom and dad said it's just not safe. There's another one. Let's see. Maybe your parents made dinner and it had mushrooms in it, and you don't like mushrooms. I was thinking a little bit. There we go. Maybe you don't like mushrooms, and that's a really hard one for you. Maybe, this is getting really heavy. Maybe you had to go to bed early because you were grumpy. That's a hard one. One more. Let's see. What's something that could make our day feel pretty bad? How about maybe your brothers were mean to you, or your sisters? Let's see. Let's do this one. How about here? There we go. Look at all those things in our day that made our day go really badly and really terrible. But if we have a look, you can see, I suggest don't make your bag as full of water because it's really heavy to hold. But if you look at these, none of the water's come out. It's still intact. And there's a verse in the Bible that talks about that. For people that love God and know God, I'm going to read it to you. It's in Romans. It says, it's talking to people who are Christians, who love God and know God, and it says, and we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God. And that verse is talking to us that even though these really sharp, pointy things come into our lives, there might be some really tricky, hard things in our day or in our week or in our life, God can still use these for our good. These pointy things, even though they went through this bag, they're keeping the water in. And sometimes we don't understand why. That's a bit hard to understand. Why are those pencils? They poked holes in there, but the water's not coming out. But sometimes we can see that God used those things in our life to actually keep us together and to make things better in our lives. And we might not understand those. Maybe the one where we couldn't go out and play with our friends. That was really frustrating. We got really upset about that. But maybe instead we got to stay home and spend time with our family and played a new game together. And that was actually, in the end, we realized that even though we couldn't do the thing we wanted to, it actually turned out really good. Whoop! So this week, I want you to think about that. When we have things that are trying to make our day go really badly, remember that some of those things that feel like they really hurt us, God, we can trust God to actually use for our good in our lives. Now, just for fun at the end, what do you think is going to happen when I take one of these pencils out? Shall we see? Let's see. Let's take one out here. Woo! Look at that. We take them all out. There we go. Where's my helper now? What would happen if he was underneath? There you go. So see if your parents are happy for you to try that at home. Maybe try it out in the garden. You can put it on your plants. All right, everybody. Have a good week. Bye.